tres, go. Okay. Um, one of you guys asked the subject about what would, why would a man find something to get pissed off about, or why would a man would get pissed off, period. So I'm gonna take that as make it a man and woman. It doesn't, your sexuality has nothing to do with your emotional state. Okay. Oh, who? Yeah, this is Archie's stepmom. No, it couldn't be Archie's mom because Archie's mom is a dog, you weirdo. Okay, going back to the subject. Yeah, I like the shirt though. So I'm gonna give you an example. I used to be a super hardcore maniac driver, right? One day I'm driving on the highway. Of course, never there's the speed limit. There is this old lady in front of me, and oh, she's pissing me the hell off. She's going 50 miles an hour on a 70. The zone is 70 miles an hour. She's going 50. I'm getting so mad. I mean, at the level, my nose is about to start bleeding, right? I said, hold up. Let's evaluate this. The lady don't even know I'm behind her going crazy. For all I know, she let her department know. She didn't give a zero fucks about what she's doing or how she's doing it. She's happy the way she's doing it, right? She's going 50 according to her. That's fast enough, safe enough that she's going. Anybody behind her is irrelevant to her. She's not even looking who's behind her. And I take this, and the term is should statement. I should say she shouldn't drive on the left lane. That's the passing lane. She should drive on the right lane. The rule number one in life, never ever allow yourself to use the word should. Nobody should do anything. Nobody gives a shit how you feel, okay? Because you are responsible for your own feelings. Nobody can make you feel anything. Take some responsibility. We create our own emotions. So here's how it works. I think when I'm on the left lane and there's somebody behind me, I get out of the way. So she should do the same. That's the ideology, which creates a resentment, which creates an anger response, because I think she should do exactly what I would have done, which is a completely unrealistic expectation of other people. So if somebody's sitting down there getting pissed off, there is always some kind of a should statement involved that creates some kind of a resentment. And more than likely this happens with lack of communication. If somehow I could communicate with that lady, I said, lady, you're in a 7 mile an hour zone, the other drivers would appreciate if you could get to the right lane. In my head, she would respond and go to the right lane. In reality, more than likely, she would say, fuck off. I'm driving the way I want. And it's not illegal to go 50 and a 70 at that stretch of the highway. There's no minimum speed limit. So she is conducting her business as she see fit. Therefore, I have to develop the respect for other people's way of thinking, the way of their living. If I want to go faster, it's my problem. The anger that I create is created by me, not the other person. I will take responsibility of that anger. And if I want to pass her, go to the right side, pass her. Or go the same speed limit as she does. It never killed anybody to get there 2 minutes later, right? I mean, Jesus. So at all times, if somebody around you getting mad and it seems like out of the blue to you, there's no reason, there's a reason why that person feel that way, because back in their head there's something going on that it doesn't allow that person to share the lack of communication. Okay, if you tell your spouse, can you take the garbage out in the morning? Okay, he doesn't do it. So by the afternoon, you're getting mad because you already told him how many times Tuesday is the freaking garbage day. And you told him at night, the night before, again to take out the garbage, and he doesn't do it. Now, if you take a moment and ask him, hon, I asked you to take the garbage out last night and you haven't, is there any particular reason? Oh, I forgot, I'm sorry. Problem is done. No resentment, no anger, not allowing other people's actions and behaviors destroy your particularly good day, right? You told him something, he should do it. Well, maybe there's something in his mind that's occupying him. Maybe he's not smart enough to remember, whatever the case is. You know, nobody can read anybody's mind. So the key comes down to communication. You have to communicate effectively without making the other person defensive. If you went to your spouse and say, why the fuck didn't you take out the goddamn garbage? I told you to take out the fucking garbage. Automatic response gonna be a defensive one. Versus you asking the same particular question in a different way. Hon, I asked you to take out the garbage and I told you several times that the garbage day is Tuesday. Is there any particular reason why you haven't been doing, in despite of the fact that I told you last night, you still didn't do it today? Is there anything going on that I should know, or is there anything that I can make or say to make this happen? Same question, different method gets a different response. In that response, we're then like, you know what, babe? My mother has been sick and my brain is not here. I apologize. I'll take out the garbage right now. Or you know what? I just didn't feel like it. I think I do too much around the house, and I think it should be your responsibility. Now there's a communication going through back and forth to sort things out. Apparently, the dude has some kind of a resentment on something that is creating a mental block. So communicate effectively. It is hard, I understand. As I mentioned before, men and women talk two different languages. But if you want to stay in that relationship, if you want that relationship to be healthy, if you want that relationship to thrive, it takes work, it takes time, and you have to put your end of the work as much as the other person, because when one of them is missing, creates resentment, creates the feeling of I'm doing everything and he's not doing anything. I'm trying to communicate and he's not talking to me. Well, hold up. Are you talking in a language that he can understand? Are you talking to him in a language he can understand, to his level? Okay? When Einstein comes to you and try to explain to you quantum physics, more than likely you ain't gonna understand crap, because his level is there and ours is right here. Okay, so the level of communication is important as well. It's here in the same level of understanding. So there's different variables that affect effective communication. You have to account that into the consideration as well. So what we're gonna do for this video's purpose, we're gonna take the should statement out of your life, out of my life, out of everybody's life, because nobody should do anything. Nobody should. It is wrong for you to think, literally, everybody should be courteous. Well, no, because in reality, there are some assholes out there, okay? And there's nothing you can do to change that. So for you to expect something unrealistic, only gonna create drama in your life, only gonna create unhappiness, anger, resentment, whatever it is. So once you take that shit out, and like, well, maybe he just don't want to take out the fucking garbage. It's not his thing. you know? Or, you know what? Hon, how about this? You do the dishes every day, and I'll take out the garbage every week. Maybe that will work. Switch roles, whatever. Communicate. Apparently, find the reason why the action is not happening, because it all comes down to you think, you feel, that creates an action. That old lady on the highway should get out of my way. Emotion, anger, okay? Action, me stepping on the gas, trying to pass her and get out of the road, and boom, I got in an accident because I'm a dumb shit, right? Versus, this is an old lady. She gonna drive the way she feels comfortable. If it takes her 50 miles an hour to be comfortable and nothing more, there's nothing I can do about that. I should, never should, use the should. I will respect her way. I will try to pass her. If it happens, wonderful. If it doesn't, well, this is part of life. You get stuck in traffic. There's nothing you can do about it. There's no reason for me to feel anything but empathy. You know, she's old. She might not be able to see well. Her reactionary gap is a lot bigger than mine because I'm a lot younger than her. So that doesn't necessarily make her a worse driver or a bad person. It just makes her a slower driver. And I'm okay with that. That mentality now created empathy. Empathy created an action of relaxation and driving behind her without going nuts. So this is how everything in life works. We think, we feel, we react. And there will be another video about this sequence. It will be coming up. We hit our 12 minutes. You guys have a good one. Barehanded Killer with Archie at all times.